Go run a campaign. Look, it's hard. Nobody said this was easy. You know, when you think about in Trump 1.0, there was a collective bipartisan, it was across the board. Civil society resisted the most extreme things.
Yep.
The courts were more focused on the Constitution. Corporate America was more skeptical and provided distance. You know, everybody did, and the Democrats behaved more as protectors of the Constitution than as partisans. And now nobody is standing up using the tools of the Constitution. And only the Democrats are, and they're not, and they're debating whether to stick by constitutional principles or accept the premise that there are no rules anymore and this is a knife fight. And I think that without other parts of society stepping up, it has made it easier for Democrats to fall into this trap, and I think it's a trap, of accepting the premise of Donald Trump's theory of the case, which is everybody's corrupt. It's just all about who's winning and who's losing.
But Chuck, isn't the alternative to just give up and let Republicans steal these 5 seats in Texas and then essentially not be able to have any of the checks and balances that we should be having?
So I have this crazy idea that Democrats ought to run a campaign in Texas and make it part of a governor's race and make it part of the campaign. I know that sounds insane. We take it to the people. Go run a campaign. Look, it's hard. Nobody said this was easy. The easy thing to do is to go redraw your districts in California.
Yeah.
The hard thing to do is to sit on your hands as a political party for the last decade and do crap in the state of Texas and the state of Florida, and then whine when you're suddenly both states have been begging for competition. Arguably, you have I've always said that you have 2 really pathetic state parties down there for the Democrats, because there's 45% of voters would like to support a Democratic Party. The party doesn't do anything. They don't do voter registration campaigns. These are states that are, the voters make more competitive than the party apparatus. When the first instinct is, well, forget it, we just have to leave Texas and try this, run a campaign.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I do think that, and there are some Democrats that are organizing now on the Texas side to say, like, hey, they're actually lowering the margins on these districts to a point where, maybe we can actually surprise them, and this ends up backfiring, if not in the 5 seats that they're trying to claim, and some of the others that they've now made, if not competitive, at least closer than they would have been.
The best argument I've heard, if against the Republicans on this, is if they think the voters are with them, why are they bothering with the remap? Go run a campaign.
That's right.